smiling in your face. All the time they want to take your place. Backstabbers. Backstabbers. Fuck is my shoes? They smiling in your face. All the time they want to take your place. Them backstabbers. Ha! Oh, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning, man? And Nathan, my guy, what it do? Yo, I was so inebriated last night. Inebriated. I woke up last night, I woke up this morning, dog, like, my fucking house is trash. I think I might even did a little episode of Sleepwalking last night. How y'all doing, though? I ain't doing Reaper Gang Radio today. I mean, I might. I ain't doing it today because I woke up too late and I didn't really think of no topic. So I just figured, you know what I'm saying, I'd make my face available, talk some shit to people, answer some questions real quick. Hey, my nigga Gotti, hey, you know how that food'll do you. Hey, Easter too? Hey, yeah, man. Speaking of that, I don't think we do that enough too, man. Like we don't really do a lot of personals, man. We just kind of just keep it flowing and shit like that, man. But how was y'all Easter though? That's a genuine question from Duce, man. How was y'all Easter, man? How was y'all time with y'all family? That's type of shit that means something to me. You know what I mean? All chat, all messages visible. Man, look, I had so much fucking food yesterday. I'm gonna be shitting for the next 2 days. If ain't nobody wanna hear that shit in my bed, but I had so much goddamn food. Between shit I was eating on my own and shit I was eating with my family, man, I'm gonna be fucked up for the next couple days, man. I woke up this morning, I was fucked up. Shit, where the hell is my lighter? Chilling in my mom's garden with some cookie, dog. Hey, that cookie though? Hey, I just brought. I'm gonna show that shit to you when it come in too, Nathan. I just bought this cookies tray, right? It's got like 5 different LED like light ups on the joint or whatever. It's got the cookie shit on there, like the whole bottom of the tray light up. You know what I'm saying? So you can sprinkle your weed on the shit. Yeah, it's pretty dope. I pay like $45 for this thing. Salute, bro, from Detroit. AC Visuals, ASMR. Salute to you too, man. Hope your Easter was great. Hope everybody, you know what I'm saying, healthy. You know what I mean? Like, I try to stop and make a little bit of time to do, you know what I'm saying, personals with, you know what I'm saying, with the subs and shit like that because, you know, boxing and all that shit is great too, but interaction sometimes is, you know what I'm saying, is key as well. Can't smoke, what it do? So, you know what I mean? I made sure that make myself available this morning to answer some questions and just talk some shit, man. Just like a regular homie, man. You feel me? Check Kyle, what's going on? How you feeling, my guy? Speaking of cookies, I'm about to take this shit right here. I'm about to go outside. I'm about to fire this shit up. About to take this shit right here. I'm about to go outside, fire some of this shit up. Some pretty good shit too. Can't really see in there, but hold on, let me pour something out. See, I can see what I got going on my menu. Yeah, little mini nugs. Got the little mini nugs going on. What they call them? Black Afghan mini buds. Yeah, mini buds. Definitely eating too much good stuff, man. It's like how do you turn it down though? Because it's like when it's in front of you, it's always gonna be your worst temptation. What Dave Chappelle call that shit? It's like when you eat the ribs or whatever, you get the itis and it just take over your whole day and you just sleep the whole day. Well, that's just like family food, man. Like family food is like the definition of itis, especially on holidays, bro. You gonna eat that shit, you gonna lay up. As soon as you hit the couch, it's over. Don't talk to me for the next couple hours, cause I'm gonna sleep right here, man down. Where the fuck is my lighter? I'm trying to stop moving so much, man, but I gotta find shit, man. Just figure I'd take y'all on this journey with me, man. Fuck it. I got so many fucking coats and shit. I had some purple cookies the other day. It was nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like, look, I haven't, like, to be perfectly honest, I ain't had too many purple strands that I didn't like. Purple goo, purple cough, purple cookie. Like, there ain't too many purple strands that I ain't had that I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like a lot of trees that's got a lot of purple strands in that shit, man. It's got like a little, I don't know, it's got a more of a fruitier texture. I could be wrong because then sometimes I heard if your plant purple too, that shit could just be mold. Some people be thinking they be smoking them niggas be smoking mold, B. We had barbecue. Good God almighty, had the barbecue too though. Shit, man, like what we eat yesterday? We had a little barbecue and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? I think it was more comfort food yesterday and shit. It was a lot of fucking comfort food. I ain't smoking no blunt this morning. Last time I smoked a blunt, I've been realizing every morning, right? I get up, I smoke a blunt, and then after this shit over with, it throws off my whole day, man. Throws off CM10, salute my guy, throws off my whole day. Like, I legit, like, I won't be able to, like, you know your A motivational skills and say how, like, you know, you smoke tree or whatever, it fuck with your A motivational skills or whatever. Well, it be fucking with, like, I guess my A motivational skills. I smoked this shit, and what Cat Williams said, kicking, you know what I'm saying? that weed give you that fucking in you. Yeah, I be having that fucking in me going straight to sleep. Because this shit's some perp too. I can't really put, how am I going to show this shit to y'all? Because this some perp too. Hold on, maybe I can just, that shit purple as fuck. Like, I think, fried fish? Ooh. Ooh. Look, right? You want to know the worst part about that shit? Like, I hate seafood. I'm from Maryland. I'm from the home of seafood. I'm from the home of the blue crab. From the home of shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Hush puppies, oysters and clams. But I can't stand it. Like, my grandfather, he was just a commercial fisher on his personal time, put me on the boat 4 o'clock in the morning, had me out on the Chesapeake by 5. But my whole family eat fish, and I can't stand it. But I love the smell of striped bass, though. You make some rockfish nuggets, that shit smell good as fuck. I just don't eat fish, man. I don't know what it is, but I did have some, what's the shit called? Mahi mahi. It don't got that real fishy flavor. That shit bomb. Is that nicotine and the blood that gets you wide, and then you come down. That's why I use a glass spoon myself. Bro, I just ordered this joint, Gotti. I don't know if you know about this shit. It's called a glass blunt. If ain't nobody seen that joint, man, check that joint out. It's called a glass blunt. It's like a blunt, right? It's got the cylinder in it. It's got a whole little gold cylinder in the joint. You just take the nugs and just sub the nugs down in the joint. Light the bitch up. The bitch gonna smoke the whole time. And then to get the ashes out the joint, all you do is just spin it. And then it'll just take the ashes and get rid of the joint. And you don't gotta do no rolling up or nothing. The bitch is awesome. I think I'm gonna check that joint out. It's definitely good for a party or group. I got 1G. Don't use it as much as I used to. The glunt. Yeah, man, that glass blunt, man. That joint official. Like, I used to be the type of smoker, right? I carry around my bag with the blowtorch in it. Then I'd have my bag on the hook so it wouldn't break my bubbler and shit like that. But I realized I was catching petty charges like that, man. This was before weed was little. It was cooler than what it was. I used to catch petty charges like that because I carry around so much shit. So even if I dump the tree, I still got a whole fucking blowtorch, bowls, and all type of shit in my car. But yeah, man, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I smoke that shit. This man down, man. But this shit I got right here, though. This shit I got right here, nigga. Hey, yo, Mark, I'm glad I see you today, buddy. I'm glad I see you, my friend. Yo, look, I couldn't do nothing but laugh, G. Like when I seen that damn, yo, if anybody ain't been to Mark Twitter page, go to that joint and look at this nigga headline. He got Leo Santa Cruz, Tank Davis, side by side. But he got Fat Joe on Tank Davis' face though. The whole Tank Davis fade, but Fat Joe up underneath that shit. D Jeff, what it do? Man, I'm coolin', man. I said, you know what I'm saying? I woke up this morning late with a hangover, so I had to, you know what I'm saying, put this perp in my life real quick. You know what I mean? Smoke on these mini buds real quick. I figured, man, no Reaper Gang radio today. I just wanted to tap in, man. Sometimes you just gotta tap in, man. I think that, let this be a lesson to all them people that don't interact with your fan base, man. You gotta give people, you know what I'm saying, your face sometimes, man. You gotta talk, just pop in with your people, man. I try to make this shit, our interactions as natural as possible. That's why I don't do that whole, it's on you, it's on you. Try to make the interaction natural. But yeah, man, definitely, man, you gotta tap in with your audience at all times. This shit's so purple. This shit's so purple, they think I kidnapped Barney. I learned my lesson, man. I'm too hard-headed. Andre, what it do, G? I learned my lesson, man. I smoke. I smoke 20. I smoke motherfucking. I smoke too many blunts in the morning. That shit just passes me out. I gotta fall back to a bowl. Hey, Mark, what's the next? What's the next fight you really looking forward to the most this year? I'm usually not a fan of fish either. In my case, it's bone. That's what it is, bro. George, that's exactly what it is. It's that hyper fishy ass smelling them bones, bro. Like, man, if niggas ain't gonna fillet that shit, I can't fuck with it. But like I said, I could eat the fish that don't got that super fishy smell. Cause I was just up at the MGM Grand. I just had some catfish up that joint, and that shit tasted like chicken, nigga. Never knew fried catfish fillets with honey mustard was alright. Oh yeah, that Smith versus last joint gonna be nasty. I just want to see Smith get a title, bro. That's it, bro. You cannot be a hardcore boxing fan and not root for Joe Smith, bruh. Joe Smith is Joe Smith represents every guy that grabs his lunch pail in the morning, every guy that had to get it out the mud. Joe Smith a hard working motherfucker, man. How do you see Boots versus Lipinets playing out this weekend? Whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of back foot boxing, whole lot of back foot boxing, whole lot of pizzazz, good shoulder rolls. You know what I'm saying? I just think that with Lipinets style, man, I think for what Boots do great, man, I think Boots can really go out there and look sensational, bro. But you got to deal with that. You got to deal with that bully pressure Lipinets be bringing, man. And Lipinets real heavy on that body work. I think it's going to be a good fight. Definitely the best fight he's been into this date. It's definitely got the recipe for a beautiful disaster. Conor versus Vargas will be a facts. Facts. Smith got a lumber building firm. Yeah, bro. It's the only dude that chop trees during the day and knock niggas out, chop trees down during the day and then knock niggas down during the night, man. Man's man right there, man. People been picking Smith to lose his last couple of fights, proved him wrong, and he'll do it again. Man, I like that. I like that. Cause it's like everybody just because he's not your cookie cutter kind of guy, man. He's just that blue collar hard working dude with the heavy hands, man. I just like his determination, bro. Joe Smith is the type of dude he ain't never gonna give up. He ain't never gonna fold. I watched that dude go through hell with B-Ball for fucking 12 rounds, but he just never gave up. He consistently kept trying to find a way, even though he body slammed B-Ball. Like when he knocked out a lady, I was like, yeah. I think and the beautiful part is, man, it's not like he in a division where you can count him out. He definitely can get that title there. I think he in a real good position to get it, man. I know both of the boys gonna be hurting after that fight, though. I know that they really gonna be hurt. I like Joe because he got his revenge for Roy. Yeah, man. Put that bitch. Yeah, it is this Saturday. What time though? You know what time? Is that fight gonna be in the states or outside of the states? Smith has the kind of winning streak. He has the confidence to win during the next title fight. I'm not sure. It's in Oklahoma. Okay, so it is in the states. Cool, cool. Is Oklahoma a blue state or a red state? Because if it's a red state, you won't be able to roll through that joint, go watch the fight, no mask, you know what I'm saying, full fan attendance and everything. Because I know in Florida right now, they moving around. They operating at full capacity. I believe Florida and Texas is right now. I have AJ stopping Fury with the right to his body. I think the body work is going to be key too. I think the body work going to be key for AJ, and I think high volume should be the key for Fury. High volume and just being a nuisance on that dude, man. I take advantage of, you know what I'm saying, his rookie clinch game for sure. It's a normal top ring starting time, so that shit probably gonna kick off around like what, 8, 9 o'clock. Either way, I'm gonna be tuned in for sure. So what's going on is like is Ryan Garcia not fighting Is Ryan Garcia not fighting Javier Fortuna now? Because I know the WBC ordered in there. The WBC ordered and it was supposed to go down in like July or something. And then all of a sudden, Michael Benson comes out and says some shit like the person he gonna be fighting is gonna be announced Tuesday. But here's my thing. I'm like, well, if he already said he fighting Javier Fortuna, then I mean, really, what's the fucking announcement then? Bro, boxing has been treating us well to begin this year. Oh, man, boxing been treating us off more than well, man. And I think, you know what I'm saying, we in for it. Nah, shit, a lot more good boxing, too, for real. This nigga said Fury's head moving is world class, but his belly button don't move. Yeah, his belly ain't going nowhere. So y'all think Fury body Photoshop right now? Y'all think he really walking around that small? He said UFC been treating even better. Yeah, man. I think if it comes down to it, I don't really think we really in a position to try to compare what UFC got going on in the boxing. I just think that should just be a dead issue. I just think the 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 business model just different right now. UFC got boxing old business model. They done let these boys get a hold of too much money. Now, when these UFC cats start figuring out a way to really stick it to Dana pockets, Dana gonna be making some adjustments too. But I don't think Dana ever gonna put them in a position where he give them the upper hand. Ryan's going to fight Javier Fortuna. That fool's been planning this for a while now. Said this months ago. We had to get them. We had to get on them about us hating Pacquiao. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That shit like. It's like, man, I don't understand why people had such a problem with what we were saying about Pacquiao, because at the end of the day, all we saying is like, bro, it's been like damn near 2 years. If you're not fighting no champions, bro, just don't hold it up. Well, WBA took it upon himself to change that. Now, only reason I'm saying I'm making sure is it going to be Javier is because he acting like he making some announcement that's not going to be Javier all of a sudden. But we going to see. I believe it's going to be Javier Fortuna too. It should. It damn sure ain't going to be nobody else. I know it ain't going to be Tank. Why they gone from using AJ name and Cloud Chase to using White? Oh, so what he's saying, Dillian White name now? Because I've been making it a point to not deal with Wilder unless I'm doing the downfall of Deontay, which part one will be out next Monday. I finally got it to where I want it. I love boxing, but Dana shitting on it right now. Look, man, Dana White putting on them cards, man. His contract is like, yo, take it or fucking leave it. If you not Habib, if you not Conor McGregor, anybody like that, like shit, you ain't negotiating no couple mil out of him or Israel or something like that shit. I watched that motherfucker play. What was it? Who was it? D, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Gilbert. Wasn't it? Was it Burns versus? Was it Volkanovski versus Holloway? How much they pay? Max Holloway for that fight? All the shit he was doing. I think he only got paid $250,000 for fighting Volkanovski that night. 250,000. Now you would think a guy like Max Holloway and the work he put in, like 250K, bro. But then in the grand scheme of the business, it's like, damn, like yo, them dudes go through hell for $250,000, man. Then you can perform the best, and you still like yo, the main event dudes, they still looking for the fight of the night bonus. So the pay ain't over the top great, but that's why I like Dana though, because Dana put people in position where it's like, yo, I'm gonna be realistic with you. Y'all motherfuckers not getting all this money, and if you want it, you're gonna have to earn it the hard way. I mean, the best of the best way. Facts, Volkanovski versus Max under 300K because Max talked about that. Yeah, bro, and I believe like I got into some big shit on Twitter with somebody. That's how I found out about the homie MMA Connect. And I was just saying, I'm like, yo, you can't tell me what Max Holloway and Volkanovski got paid is fair on any level if you just look at the money that was generated just from that fight card. That fight card did over 1 million sales, I believe, because wasn't that Volkanovski, Max Holloway, and I believe it was Usman versus Jorge Masvidal that same night. Like, man, most champs not even touching 500K in the UFC. And that's a fact, Andre. That's what I'm saying. See, Dana White got boxing. Dana White got his fighters in a position where it's like, yo, you can take this shit or leave it, because there's only two other places to where you really legitimately can get paid like that. I believe it's one championship where they did the Ben Askren versus Demetrius Johnson swap, and now he making good money, or you can go over to Bellator. But so if it's just between them, and I think didn't UFC bought up most of the other smaller guys like Elite XC, Strike Force, shit like that. So you only got a couple places to run. But if UFC is the promoter and the management, does the fighter then lose percentage to his managers and promoters and boxes like some do? Some boxes only end up with 30 to 40%. See, this is how that shit. I don't know, the perception of how that market works is kind of vague to me. Like, yo, but it's like this. These dudes used to have their own personal, like they used to come in with their own promotion. Like them niggas could go get one, say for instance, they could go grab My Pillow or anybody, any local person and promote them or whatever the case may be, and they would make money for that. UFC brought in Reebok. Reebok put a cap in. Your first fight, it's like a couple $1,000. Your second fight, if you win it, it comes up to like maybe like $6,000 or $7,000. Your third fight, it goes up to 10, all the way up to a 5-fight win streak will put you up in the $20,000 range. And if you're a champion, I think your Reebok money goes from like 20 to 30,000. So basically, it took another avenue to where the guys who didn't have the big names were getting big money on the side. So where it's like, okay, now we're putting only $2,000 to $3,000 in our pocket. It's not like it's easy to win in the UFC, to only making a couple of grand off this Reebok endorsement. So that was one way Dana White said, oh nah, fuck that. I'm not giving y'all that type of individuality. So he brought in Reebok. took that shit away. And as far as the percentages on the contracts go, man, I don't know. I know they get a big percentage of that shit, and the way the pay-per-view works, they'll make the pay-per-view seem like they'll say, okay, well, we did 1.5 million pay-per-views. With the fact that they do ESPN Plus now, you don't really have no way to gauge really what they're getting based off what their fighters are getting and what the UFC is taking in their pocket. I can almost guarantee you that the UFC raking in hella cash per fight, and the fighters have no idea, and there's really nothing they can do about it. That's a fact. Dana White has a huge monopoly. There's the word right there, monopoly. Dana White has a huge monopoly on MMA. When most people call your sport an organization, there's only so much you can do. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So that's, once again, and that gives Dana White all of the abilities to operate and move the way he moves. And it's kind of like, yo, you're going to take it or leave it. You know, there's a reason why Habib stonewalled and Conor, you know what I'm saying, tried to play the game to where once he got paid with Floyd, he stayed away from the UFC. Because if, say for instance, you've never boxed, you've never tasted a boxing contract a day in your life, you've developed this type of energy around yourself to where you're about to fight Floyd Mayweather. You're putting on the biggest card in the world. Conor McGregor had to position himself to get that 100 million because even Floyd wasn't trying to pay that, and Dana White was trying to get a huge chunk of that. He had to position that shit to move different. So if Conor McGregor finally tastes a real top-notch boxing contract and sees like, bro, I just made 100 million plus. This shit is more than every fucking UFC contract 2 times over you can put on top of me. It kind of make you want to stick it to the UFC too, because it's just, it don't add up, man. Ronald Finkley, salute. What it do? They're considered joining the organization around the MMA community. I would tell you right now, if it becomes a situation like Bellator, Rec 1, UFC, all compete together, Dana will change. Look, crazy thing is, the one fighting championship, they got all of the clout over in Asia. That's like the biggest MMA organization over in Asia, whatever. Bellator, they were able to somewhat separate themselves away and create their own little thing outside of the UFC. But it's just like shit. Everything else, I don't know how much of a competitive market it's really going to be, because the UFC's got it to where Bellator is stationed in the USA, right? It's a US grown market, right? Bellator and UFC, so it's kind of like, I don't know how hard one championship can compete being over in Asia. I don't know, but I did see that they just picked their Grand Prix tournament bracket or whatever. So I don't even know if they had an event yet. Shout out to the GWOAT. I guess she debuting in the MMA this year, supposedly. Yeah, she been training with Holly Holm. She been in Jackson Wink. Jackson Wink, that's where Winklejohn, that's where guys like, John Bones Jones trains and shit like that. The GOAT. The GOAT to UFC. So if she's really getting in the ring right now, but here's my thing though. Does a woman particularly make more money in the UFC than in boxing? That's a good question, because I've never really paid that much attention to where I can say I know or not. Because I know Amanda Nunes, she, what? I think her highest payday was what? She barely raked a million? I know they've not out many events this year. Nah, I haven't heard much from Bellator, because you gotta look. If we watching the Zone does business with Bellator, so anytime they got a Grand Prix or whatever going on, we catch that shit side by side. Unless you want to watch some darts. If they hating, let them hate and watch the money pile up. Facts. That's what I told them. I don't care what a hater talking about. Can you get some money though? Can you get some money? Cause at the end of the day, mouths is like assholes. Opinions is like assholes. Everybody got one. And everybody living their best life till somebody with the best life pulls up on them. Pitbull fought on the weekend in Bellator, top 10 pound for pound fight in MMA. You talking about the Pitbull Thiago Alves that used to fight in the UFC? If so, that used to be my dude, man. He just never could get over that hill or whatever. It's a chick in Bellator named Valerie Lareda. She's sexy and can fight. Watch her. That's like my girl, Rachel. I think her name like Rachel Ostrovich or something like that. She bad as shit. Paige Van Zant, Rose Namajunas, Mackenzie Dern. She thick as shit. Mackenzie Dern thighs is so motherfucking thick it don't make no sense, bruh. I'm talking about Mackenzie Dern. Like, yo, she's the type of junk that I would love to motherfucking like just like chill and just watch that bitch prance around the house all night in motherfucking board shorts and just look at her thick thighs and ass all fucking day. Slim. Ain't nothing more beautiful than a motherfucking woman, dog. And to put yourself in a position where you make enough money and say you can kick back, be retired, and enjoy that shit all day. There's a beauty about being men. Look, men, we always look great. From 20 all the way up to 100. Like Jay-Z said, ain't no such thing as an ugly billionaire. Women, they fluctuate. So men, we could be 60 and have girls 20, 30 and all of that shit, man. But yeah, give me a Mackenzie Dern. Let her walk around in them board shorts with her super thick, hella thick, monster, thick Thunder Trump having ass. Like for real. Nah, two ends. That Pitbull Alves was done when the UFC cracked down hard on that PED shit. They let Vitor Belfort fight John Jones while Belfort was all roided up. Oh, and do y'all know about the story behind that shit, right, Brown? You know about the bullshit with that. It was a special. It was an exemption. They had like some type of PD like exemption, some type of clause or some shit like that, to where some people like Vitor Belfort, other individuals were still juicing and still able to fight. Like, yo, Vitor, man, look, D-ball Vitor Belfort, ridiculous, bro. That shit was crazy. That shit was like, yo, the UFC got more corrupt shit than anybody, just like John Jones. They said John Jones used to juice so much that USADA used to come around and Jackson Wink, no disrespect to them, not saying Wink with John or Jackson, any of them was doing it, but people at Jackson Wink would take John Bones Jones and he literally hid underneath the octagon for like 16 fucking hours, bro. Pissing underneath the octagon and everything to just try to avoid USADA. Like these dudes, it's man. Look, UFC got look, yo. I'm telling you, if nobody watched that shit, go watch MMA top tens, bro. You will find out some of the most interesting facts about the UFC and just like the inner workings and some of the crooked shit they've done, bro. Just like in the history of the UFC, like how it started off, no rules, no holds barred, to coming it down, bringing it down, cleaning it up, 3 round, 5 round type shit. He ends up dislocating Jones' arm with an arm bar. Yeah, man. Look, Merle, on my life, John Jones hid underneath the octagon for fucking like the entirety of a work day. Like if you going in at 6 o'clock to have coffee, like boom, as soon as you get in, you put your bag down, you hear a knock on the door, boom, it's you side of this motherfucker. He up underneath the goddamn octagon, hiding from like 6 to 6. I promise you, can't make this shit up. Yup, they scraped up his piss for DNA. Shit crazy. Look, that's the shit they'll do. That's the shit they do, because in so many cases I done heard of fighters and shit like that might be juicing and shit like, yo, these motherfuckers will go in your trash. I swear to God, right? If I'm lying, I'm flying. They will go in your trash, find look for all types of shit. They man, look, Vito was on TRT when it was legal. He got off of it when it was banned from the UFC. Yeah, but see, there was some shit where it was like an exemption, whatever the fuck that shit was. It was some shit where he got an exemption to where these fighters were taking that shit and they didn't stop it until like a few years ago. Like fighters were like legally able to juice. The shit is nuts. UFC is crooked as well. People just don't know about it. They ended up monopolizing the game, buying out WEC, Strikeforce, Pride, and FC. Because look, if you're in a market to where like legitimately you control all the lucrative earnings in a market, there's really no hold on like that being that one central main hub for like how there's Nike. You know what I mean? And you got Adidas and Converse or whatever. Like they really didn't have that. They really wasn't standing amongst each other like that. So the UFC, as soon as they started picking up momentum, they said, "Fuck it, Elite XC, Strike Force, all y'all motherfuckers, I'm buying them up. I'm buying them all." And then you could play fucking silent partner the whole time. Anybody sign a contract, they still underneath for you. Anything that fucking Strike Force got going on, it's never even a competition now. A monopoly fucks everything up because you completely kill competition. And that's the way the UFC did it. They went in there and said, "Fuck it, we buying up all the competition." I feel like I'm catching a fucking cold. Victor Bada in the building. Fah Fah. Yeah, testosterone replacement therapy is what it's called through. And yeah, I couldn't remember like the scientific term for it or whatever it was. But yeah, I know that these dudes was like legally able to juice, and I'm like, how is that okay? You know that this motherfucker just comes up with these random exemptions to be able to just pump testosterone in their system or something like that. It's like, look, bro, if you're to the point to where you've done killed off your testosterone to where you get these exemptions where you're able to pump extra shit up in you, look, your ass definitely don't need to be fighting then. You've been a day one juicer. You've been a day one juicer. Nigga need a testosterone shot when he wake up in the morning. Need a testosterone shot when he deal with his girl, when he fight, when he do any fucking thing. Just to be calm. Timmy Nail and salute. He was on it when he took Bisbang eye out. And see, that's the fuck shit. Fought Bisbang, Rockhold, Henderson, went to try. Yeah, man, I hope you had a great Easter as well, man. Shit, my Easter was good, man. I got fucking heartburn, fucking hangover and shit like that. Like, I fucking cussed Canelo out. I did a lot. Did a lot on Easter. Cussed Canelo all the way out there. Sorry, I've just spent the last few minutes on Valerie Loraine's IG. Hey, man. To all dreams could potentially become possible. That's what I'm saying, man. Like I'm trying to stab all the IG models. I'm trying to stab all the IG models. I'm trying look, while I'm single right now, I'm trying to stab everything. Like this has been the funnest time of my life. Like, yo, I fully understand what my mother mean when she said, like, yo, when you become 30, like when you get in your 30s, life become fun as shit. Because you got a better hold on your finances and shit like that. Man, oh my God. I'm holding it up. I'd like to catch one of them for sure. Jed said my Easter was real rough. What happened? What happened? Was it the drinks? Was it the drinks? Was it the food? Was it a combination of both? Miguel, salute. Reapers in the building. I'm trying to stab anything. Facts. Man, look, man, that's how I am, dog. Look, man, like people don't understand. For a man to listen to a woman on any level and avoid his natural fucking instincts of, you know what I mean, fucking bitches. That's about as basic. That's as basic as I can put it. You out your damn mind because a dude could slow down his whole life for a fucking woman, bro, and a bitch will leave you. And then you be picking up your pieces, crying the blues and shit like that. That's why, man, always make yourself make yourself a high draft pick at all times. Focus on your money. Keep your women in line. Just live your motherfucking life for real. Cause at the end of the day, shit, man. But I tell niggas all day, there's no way in hell you gonna be successful with a modern woman nowadays, man. You better just fuck them and quit them. So I thought it's Thursday afternoon. Didn't sleep till Sunday morning. My nose is looking like Michael Jackson. God Almighty, ski slopes, ski slopes. Look, man. I made sure I avoided all types of peer pressure yesterday on my life because I know if I would have jumped out, like, you know how you got them cousins that come over and shit. You got the family members that come over, but they never make it in the house. They always got to keep their car kind of parked like a little bit away from the driveway because they doing all of the shit that, you know what I'm saying, everybody else ain't doing. Yeah, and then you just end up on a journey with them fucked up doing all types of wild spontaneous shit. Yeah, I made sure I just got my liquor and all of that, and I just stayed to myself. Ooh, yeah, man. I think everybody was man down. Like the food is what really fucked me up. Cause I ate 3 plates yesterday. The lockdown is still strong in Poland. We couldn't even go to the church. And see, that's the problem, bro. I feel like they trying to separate, you know what I'm saying? Like they trying to separate religion, like yo, like it seemed like it seemed like it's an agenda on religious, like a war on religious people, man. Not you know what I mean. I ain't going like go all heavy into that, but if anybody got their eyes open, they know what I'm talking about, man. And it seemed like, you know, like, man, niggas is pushing agendas right now. Like our next door neighbor, we got, okay, like look, America like this right now. You got everybody coming in from Central America and stuff like that. They flooded in right now because Joe Biden's made it completely okay for them to do so. But then on Canada, you got it to where if they try to leave their homes, leave their country and come back, they trying to vet them, put them in concentration camps and all types of wild stuff. So I'm just like on both sides of me. It's the wildest shit in the world. And then right in freaking Texas and shit like that, you got little kids sleeping underneath freaking you got little kids sleeping underneath bridges and stuff, just trying to get in the, you know what I'm saying, get in the States. So it's just like overcrowding. Like it's just like, yo, the world is so wild right now. And there ain't one country I ain't looked at and I haven't seen somebody fighting something. There ain't one country I ain't seen where somebody getting snatched up out of their home, people in being invasive in their home. Over here, they trying to take all our guns away. And I'm telling you, I come from a state where that is going to be a problem, a real problem. You try to take our guns away, it's going to be a problem. And then you got to ask yourself, why they doing all of this shit? You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I'd be like, man, over here, states differentiate. Like, right in Florida, you can live a normal life right now. But up here in Maryland, by the Capitol, they got a whole gate, barbed wire, military marching the freaking streets by the Capitol. You got people getting Capitol, 2 Capitol officers just got killed. The world is just nuts, bro. I'm in Laredo, Texas. It's fucking crazy. I'm gonna die with a piece in my hand. Ain't no one take my look. That's what I'm saying. You take away look, the fundamental values of the Western of the Western way of living, or you know, is trying to be stripped from us. They try to tell you got the freedom to say whatever you want to say. But every time you say something, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's in your personal life and all of that stuff, people are getting their jobs taken from stuff they say on the internet 10 years ago. Then you got like, look, so if they taking away your freedom of speech, they taking away your ability to protect sovereign state, then what do you have? Then what comes after that? So now you've been silenced and your protection has been taken from you. What comes after that? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just using some breadcrumb theories to see that I've seen in several countries Marxist theories that if it starts like this, only one thing will come out of it. So People got to pay attention. But you could prevent it though. Motherfuckers just too people just too willing to accept shit. But I think the best thing that happened right now, man, I've been seeing over in man shit, what? Over in the UK, over in Spain, shit like that. Man, these motherfuckers is fighting. They fighting. They warring with the police. They trying to put these mandates on people and shit like that. They out there they going blow for blow with the police. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta stand up though. You know, so that's why over in America, it's just like, yo, people sitting back and they just so comfortable just getting handouts. Man, you better look at what Texas, you better look at what Florida doing. You better look at what these other red states is opening up doing. You better do the same shit. Because that's the only thing that's going to prevent you from the rabbit hole getting deeper for real. Ain't no, I'm telling you right now, you could take every one of these. You could try to take every one of these off the market, right? But you still not going to stop me from having one. You're not going to stop me from protecting my family with it. Because at the end of the day, that's how motherfuckers will treat you however they want to treat you. Man, you ain't so buck crazy over guns. We had mass shootings around the world and made it difficult for mental cases to have guns. Problem solved. See, look, this is the thing though. You got to understand too though. You living in a position of where you know what you see and what you hear might not necessarily be what's going on. Yo, I seriously question people all of the time, and this is just for where I stay, America. I ask people all the time. I'm like, yo, when have you ever seen in a year span somebody do 9, 10, 11, 12 public shootings? Just slaughtering people, 20, 30 people at a time. Snipers here. Niggas with assault rifles in Las Vegas shooting over here. Sandy Hook, niggas running up in here, shooting up shit over here. When have you ever seen that? And then ask yourself, ask yourself, if outside of the bodies that's dropping and the unfortunate families that got to suffer from the people that's lost there, you ask yourself if that shit is normal. Or that's that, and then next thing you know, it starts with the handguns. Starts with they moving for the assault rifles. You know what I'm saying? They putting all of these restrictions on handguns and everything else. You ask why? It's by design, man. I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. If you turn on every news channel right now, all of y'all in this motherfucker can't tell me right now y'all ain't heard somebody talk about the new normal, the great reset, or you know. Or just push that term social distancing. What the fuck is social distancing? So you got like, look, man, that shit is, man, look, you program, man. You program. And this shit is all an agenda. Clearly, they robbed an election right in front of your face. In front of your face. And nobody says nothing about it. You can look at the spike. You can just look at the spike and see, like, yo, fraud is so evident. All you got to do is just look at patterns. Look at patterns. When a voting spike just goes from this to just shooting through this one to this one the next day, man, look, man, I'm telling you. When you watch that movie with Keanu Reeves, everybody thought the shit was cool, the dodgy, all of that shit. Man, there's a reason for that. Motherfuckers got to unplug. When you were calling the police on your neighbor for having his family over, you seriously got to ask yourself, we got a fucking problem. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, yo, how do motherfuckers pick and choose? They pick and choose, like, yo, they pick and choose what they want you to focus your attention on. They pick and choose where they want you to put your aggression at. They pick and choose where they want you to spend your money at. These, like, yo, they completely, they bankrupted you. They bankrupted you. They told you to take the equity in your homes back from 2006. They put in a plan all the way up to 2008, and it's been going on way before then. They took your equity. They bankrupted you. They told you to go ahead and invest into this whole real estate market and stuff like that because it's going boom, and then the whole market crashes, and then you lose everything. And then they have you running back doing modification on top of modification on top of modification. Bro, I'm telling you, man. And look, all of this shit by design just so they can fuck you over, man. They don't care the criminals have guns. They care that we can defend ourselves. They want us bending knee. That's a fact. That's a fact. You want a person submissive. You want them submissive. You want to fear-monger them. You want them to believe that all of this wild shit is going on. You want them to believe that, like, yo, we on pandemics like, yo, I swear to God, man. You can't tell me when human beings are following an individual that tells you first, yo, you shouldn't wear a mask, which that is the right thing he was telling you at first. Then he goes to, oh, no, you need to wear a mask. Nope, you don't need to wear one. You need to wear two. Like, yo, this motherfucker sitting in there with two masks on. Go outside in the cold. Blow a breath. Ask yourself how much them two masks help. Man, fuck out of here, man. I don't like to talk about this shit because it's just like people that get it, you having these conversations amongst motherfuckers who get it. It's like it's already understood, but then it's just like, yo, okay, what do? You mobilize, you get together, you try to formulate a plan. What do you do? Because no matter how many of us, we understand it, there's other people that's just going to sit there in front of their TV. They love being pampered. They love the Real Housewives. They love the, you know what I'm saying? They love all of the materialistic shit. They love this whole facade where, you know, 90% of the world is trying to live like the 1%. Only 1% of people, only 1% of men make over 500,000 a year. So you ask yourself, there's so much of an imbalance in the world. How long have we just been willing to sit and accept it? And why does nobody sit and ask like, man, how the fuck do these dudes, how does the 1%, you know what I'm saying? How does their income go up over 70% of the entire world's earnings? Like, yo, the 1% got the damn near the entire GDP of fucking Brazil. Not one person, I don't know. They lying about numbers. Remember when they said 3 masks? Yeah, not one, not two, but hey, y'all, let's go ahead and put on 3 now. Screw it, 3 of them. Now you can't make this shit up, man. This shit is the Twilight Zone. And while they made a lot bankrupt, they've made a couple of new millionaires and billionaires. That's a fact. And then, like, look at all of the people that fall in line that's just working for that shit. It's just like, yo, you can't really tell who's good and who's bad. Like, you know, of course, there's a couple of bad people, but then there's several worse ones that's behind them. But you don't even know. You could probably have good Democrats that's in a whole, they're stuck in there with a whole bunch of corrupt politicians on their side. Then you could have Republicans that might be a good, genuine Republican, libertarian, whatever. I don't care what you are. Because all of that red and blue shit, it don't necessarily matter. Because if the waters is muddied on both sides, when you got Democrats in the House voting against Dems, voting against Republicans and stuff like that, yo, you know it's just a big, like, it's the best way I could say it. There are so many inner workings underneath that you're never gonna get to see with so many corrupt people, and they got all of the tech, they using all of your money, they got all of the surveillance, they got all the best surveillance shit, they just following your life to a T. They put this phone in your hand, you know, they like, I don't know, man. Tulane is an island. We had no flu cases in the winter at all during the flu season. Now, I ain't no scientist, but I don't think the Rona showed up. The flu just said, all right, yo, I'm out. Man, that's a fact, man. And then ask yourself, how many individuals that so-called got this coronavirus, you know what I'm saying, are, like, it's pre-existing conditions or whatever. Like, how many of them passed away? And no disrespect to anybody that lost their life, or if you happen to take something like that serious. All I'm saying is, I just would like people to don't let a motherfucker think for you. Think for yourself, man. And that's the thing. When you hear, like, look at it like this. The lockdown, first, you know what I'm saying? The lockdown wasn't enough. You know, people was going crazy. Look how the suicide numbers and all of that shit is up. People was going crazy. People was getting sick of it. They was ready like be like, fuck that shit. Nah, I ain't having this shit no more. So the lockout shit, then they put the mask on you. Then on top of that, they try to tell you, it's so many variants of the virus and all of this stuff going on. When they realized the fear wasn't going on and they started getting so much of a push on social media of people that wasn't believing they bullshit, they trying to switch the narrative up on you. Now it's something. Now they're trying to create something different. These motherfuckers done even took fucking big ass fucking tankers and shit, and they done shoved them bitches in canals on the other side of the world to try to even stop goods from coming in because the COVID shit wasn't enough. People not falling in line. They can't get the people to fall in line right now, so they looking for something else for real. They gonna look for something else to try to keep you in the house, to try to, to try to fuck your money up, to try to push this whole new shit through. And if it, take from whatever the new shit is what you want. I got an idea. They don't want you to have no cash in your pocket. Why don't they want you to have cash? Because cash, you can't trace it. They want you to take a vaccine. But they don't got no cure for it. Now ask yourself, when you got a grandma, somebody that's walking out the door, stop them. Because how do you rush something that it takes clinical trials? I'm talking like decade clinical trials and shit like that. How do you rush something and then just throw it out there and say it's Operation Warp Speed? Everybody needs to take a vaccine, but it's for something that you don't have a cure for. So what are we vaccinating? Look up the definition of what it is. Don't be putting that shit in your body, man. People going through shit, man. And you're the guinea pig. People going through shit, and you're the guinea pig. I'm the guinea pig. And all you niggas running around here with state insurance and shit like that, man, get ready. Get ready. Because if you got state insurance, I'm going to tell you what they're going to tell you, y'all. This goes for America. Because look at Canada right now. This goes for America. If you got state insurance, they're going to tell you like this. If you ain't willing to put this shit in your arm, we clipping that shit. You shouldn't even care because it ain't worth a fuck no way. On the contrary, I got mad cash during this pandemic. Bro, it's money everywhere. You can't tell me it's not money everywhere. Look, when all of them, look, Bill Gates, why is the nigga that who own who make computer software is telling y'all motherfuckers what y'all should be doing with vaccines, what you should be putting in your body? He's become the spokesperson of that shit. They made trillions of dollars off this vaccine. This shit big business, man. I'm telling you what I know, man. They gonna look. You gonna go look. If you got a girl, avoid look, man. If you got a girl and I ain't trying to scare nobody or nothing like that. If you got a lady and shit like that and y'all real heavy into it, I would even think about, you know what I'm saying, having kids right now if you ain't gonna do no natural birth. Because if your wife go up in that joint and she lays up on the table and she's ready to give birth or whatever, who's to say what they gonna stick in her motherfucking arm? Or stick in her IV? Or whatever. Man, I don't trust, I'm not no conspiracy theorist, man, but look, man, 1 + 1 = 2. And you can't consistently lie over and over and over again and fuck people's finances up and fuck people's lives up and expect me to believe you. All that cash ain't gonna mean shit when the world's worthless. That's why I tell people, the smartest thing a person could do right now is to get into e-commerce. Get back into trade and barter. I promise you that. Because all the money in the world ain't gonna mean shit. Colonization will though. It will though. If you ain't buying gold, silver, any type of real tangible natural resources or something that ain't in the form of a fucking piece of paper, and don't let them don't buy into that cryptocurrency bullshit either. Because if it's crypto, then what is it? Are you holding that shit? Is it tangible? Are you touching it? You better put your motherfucking money in natural resources, man. I ain't watch it yet, D. Crazy thing is, right? The crazy thing is, Mark, currency already body parts and shit. It's the big, you know what I'm saying? Body parts is already the biggest black market currency and shit like that. And then think about it. Ask yourself like this, right? You got a friend, family member, whatever, that's rushing over this joint or whatever, and they sending they whatever bad situation they in, they sending their kids over here from wherever they coming from, and they go through this whole 3-year process, and then they get released in the States. And I heard if you come in with so many groups of kids, they'll release you out on your own and shit like that, or whatever the case may be. No background checks or nothing. How many, they just giving kids these envelopes, right? Sending them off to these so-called Catholic, these so-called Catholic churches and stuff like that. Then they end up in these hotels. Where the fuck are all these kids going? Anybody ever think about that? Who keeping all of these kids? What the fuck? Like, wouldn't you, if you a parent, like, you got to be in some real fucked up situations. If you just let your kids just go venture across the border, just like, fuck it, man. Just get with your family member. You're going to have a way better time over here. No! Don't trust what they saying on that media. They sending all your kids over this joint so they could traffic the shit out of them, yo. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. They sending all your kids over the border and stuff like that, and sending your parents back and putting little arrows for you to follow over this motherfucker because they trafficking the shit out of shorty. Many Max Boxing salute. At least I can trade my crypto for any fiat I want to and ain't stuck with the dollar. That's why I bought something. Right now it's big business. What I'm saying is I wouldn't get in crypto for the long term. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't get on it while it was good or whatever, and it's still good right now in some areas, all I'm saying is I would have more faith in something that's tangible. And shit that I could hold, and resources that I could hold, touch, and shit like that. Because if they own the system and they own the entire infrastructure of the system, then they own your finances too. That's what you should do. He said, I sold all my crypto over the Xmas. Now I'm buying up land and making my own farm. Man, I'm telling you, get back to colony, bro. Get back to, you know what I'm saying, loving your neighbor, bro. Get back to, if I ain't had no fucking sugar, you know what I'm saying, I'm comfortable with asking my next door neighbor for some type shit. Because, yo, it ain't a, man, look. The game is rigged. I was born in Nuevo Laredo. Was a resident alien. Became a U.S. citizen a few years ago. Dual citizen. Pray the right way. Hey, man. And there's nothing wrong with people that's doing it right. Like, I understand people that come from, you know, all different types of walks of life. I understand. There's parts of the world and there's situations in the world that's fucked up. All I'm saying is I wouldn't want to see no kid coming over here in this influx that America is having right now and then get caught up in some type of fucking like underground, like some trafficking shit. Man, motherfuckers is sick, bro. And it's one of the things that swept under the rug more than anything. And then you ask yourself, oh, they just taking all the kids right now. These sick fucks. Look, and at the same time, yeah, they don't own the system. Man, look, they might not own the system right now, but every one of the major players that I've seen to try to make their way in crypto, they getting roadblocked. Look, you're always going, look, when everybody is telling you to invest in something, that's when it should be a red flag to you. Because anything the government telling you to invest in and get away from, because that's their whole goal. They want to move away. They want to move to a cashless society anyway. They want to move to a cashless society. That gives them more control. I'm telling you. Look, there ain't nothing the government don't got control of. There ain't nothing the government don't got control of. And the moment motherfuckers don't, and I wouldn't, all I'm saying is right now might be a good investment, but don't trust it. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, It's a war. It's a war on your kids, my kids. It's a war on your homes, my homes. It's a war on your protection, my protection, your guns, my guns. Like these motherfuckers will take like yo. They got you focusing on toilet paper. They got you focusing on toilet paper while they stealing all your house, while they stealing all of your rights, while they trying to make motherfucking DC its own fucking separate state with only a few residents living in it like Joe Biden and them like that, while they chain the bitch off and everything like that. So what does that mean? See, but you invest. See that, but you playing it right though, Gotti. It's long, like I said, it's nothing wrong with playing the game if you understand the stats and you understand how they rig it. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is everybody who just investing in this boom, think about every fucking so-called boom, whether it's a stock market boom, whether it's a real estate boom. Now all of a sudden it's this crypto boom. They'll take that shit from you. Like think about what they did on 4chan or whatever with the GameStop stocks. Motherfuckers dumping them shits. That shit went through the roof. As soon as the American people got a hold of a stock that was really worth something to them that they invested in, what did they do? They took that shit. Robin Hood put a cap on it. Said you cannot dump. You can't liquidate your GameStop stock. So right there, that should have told everybody right there, they ain't gonna let you be successful. They ain't gonna let you have at it. And even if you get it in the stock market, we gonna try to control you fucking liquidating it. That's the whole point of the stock market. They want you to dump all your money in that shit and keep it there. Man, liquidate that shit. You want big money, invest in the equipment, go into the wilderness and build your own plot. Man, shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's why I tell people, hell yeah, invest in the where you can hear the birds, the trees chirping, where you can go out and you can grab your ground, and that shit is so fucking rich, you know what I'm saying? It'll mold in your hand like Play-Doh, bruh. Oh, nah, Gotti, I wasn't saying that you not saying I'm not right or I'm not. Look, man, I try to tell people this. I ain't right or wrong, man. I'm just a vessel, just like y'all vessels, man. I just try to tell people what, if it don't add up to me, I just try to tell people what I think. And no way do I know everything. Well, I try to act like I do. I bounce off y'all, y'all bounce off me. But what's the coolest part about it though is everybody be on the same page with that shit. Everybody see what's going on. The more people that see what's going on, that's the less tyranny, man. That's the less chance for tyranny. Mind control is the real TV is watching you and your phone. Think about it now. They know what you think. That's a fact. Look, right? Go on YouTube and type in wild shit Alexa said. Or type in spooky things Alexa has done. Or look at some of the stuff that AI has just randomly said, whether it's been a joke or not. Just everything with the TV, right? Television, program. That shit is to keep you right in front of it, and they want you, and it directs you. It directs you. It's like, okay, oh well, makeup is the cool thing. Well, women should wear their makeup like this. Dude should be this type of guy. You should dress like this. This is the stuff that's important. This is the stuff you should watch. Nah. That shit is to fucking keep you distracted. Because the more people that's watching television is the less people that's less people trying to change the motherfucking world. In any game, the strong will always outplay the weak. That's a fact. It always come down to wolves and sheep. Wolves and sheep. But the crazy thing is, the ones that's controlling the money, they ain't no wolves though. They ain't no wolves. That's why they hide in the background and they hide behind all of the money, and they use our families and stuff like that to protect their own interests. Making DC like the Vatican or the city of London. The electricity. Elect, tri-city equals power. Facts. Man, I'm telling you, man. The car attack last week was was an excuse to keep the National Guard in D.C. longer without people asking questions. Why? Facts. Facts. Like think about like yo, nothing that happens is by coincidence right now. You mean to tell me like yo, most people ain't even look, man. I haven't been able to go to a restaurant, interact with more than 3 people in the past 2 years. And I'm talking about the people that I'm coming with. You mean to tell me some wild dude just jumped in the car and just thought that he was just going to charge the cat and do what? You gonna get shot before you get anywhere. Come on, man. Come on, man. From the so-called, think about it. What do they call the shit when they rushed up in that motherfucker? They call it the siege on the Capitol. The siege on the Capitol. Everything you see, it's the siege on the Capitol. Man, look, they did that shit to throw them damn. They did that shit to motherfucking push your ass up out of that shit, throw them barbed wires up and shit because they knew shit gonna hit the fan. It's only so long we gonna be able to hide all of this sneaky shit we done did with the election and everything else before it come out. People are going to be mad. We gotta be able to protect ourselves, and we're gonna use your kids to do it. I'm trying to buy property in the mountain Appalachian. Look, man, we can all motherfucking look, man. We should all go up in the motherfucking mountains, man. Start, man, just get a whole big ass plot, man, and just build our own big ass motherfucking community. Throw stores up and all of that shit, man. And everybody understands that everybody is talented at something. And then watch how the cogs really move, man. And really like everybody be one geared, you know what I'm saying, to keep this car moving the way it's supposed to, because that's what people got to understand, bro. It's like, yo, when I be watching, what's that shit? There's this show I like to watch. I think it's called like Alive or some shit like that. Something like these dudes go out in like Alaska, shit like that, and they just go colonize or whatever, and Alaska pay them for staying out there and all types of wild shit. But they just live off the grid or whatever. I mean, they might have to fly inland to do certain shit, but yo, the freedom is different, bro. And from the time I started watching it from season 1 to now or whatever, you watch one family start to turn into several families and shit like that, and then you start to see, okay, they building their own little thing over here. And I guarantee you, they have access to everything inland or whatever the fuck they dealing with. But at the same time, they don't got to worry about all of the bullshit that you dealing with inland. Why do you think they call it cell phone, cell, jail, fax, jewelry, chains, shackles? Put that bitch around your neck. If you say you feeling they watching you, they put you in a hospital and call you crazy. Look, every individual that said anything about that's tried to upset the apple carver establishment, they always call you crazy. People don't even understand. Conspiracy theorist was a term that was created by the CIA to combat people talking the truth about them, to make you seem like you crazy. It's funny to me. It's funny to me how you can realistically watch a video of something that's going on in the media can make the person seem like what you have just seen, you didn't see it, and you're crazy for thinking about it that way. That's crazy to me. Like people, it's so dismissive to call a person crazy, yo. Then they'll just like, yo, put him in a cell over here, forget about him. So I tell motherfuckers, stay away from, man, look. It's crazy how, like I said, man, the whole world has been fooled. And it's gonna be hard to convince them that they have been. But this the thing though. They fucked up when they started fucking with people's kids. Now that they started messing with people's kids, messing with people's schooling, stuff like that, parents are asking questions, man, and they not going for it. You get a bunch of upset mothers and shit like that, like, yo, and now people starting to look at you different. They're not balancing out their lives. That's why I don't watch. It's been unproductive to me. I watch movies with my queen. No facts. Look. We're not gonna act like, you know, when it comes to society that we not gonna indulge in the shit that we see and what's going on. There are things about, look, we gonna like movies, we gonna like music, we gonna like all of that stuff. The thing is to understand to control it though. Like that's the beauty that's the one thing I like about the internet right now. It's the only place still that you can go and you can pick and choose what you want to put inside your body. You can pick and choose what you want to see, how you want to watch it. You can create playlists on and control everything that's in front of you. That's why they want that shit neutral. They want that shit to where they want to control that shit too and how you use it. Because it's the one place to where they can't control it. And what are you looking at now? What they trying to do now? So-called, they trying to censor fake news. They're trying to say, my platform, your platform, and anybody else, we're fake news. Because nobody is listening to Fox 5, nobody's listening to ABC, NBC, CNN, all of that shit no more. Because you've been lied to. So they trying to curve us. They trying to curve what's so-called fake news. They trying to stop posting all of that shit, man. See, that's the problem, though. Like I said, niggas should talk boxing. We could talk boxing all day, but I mean, shit, real life shit is real life shit. Like, look, and that's the thing, though. When I hear people say, and this ain't against you, Fizz. I just happen to see it, but I see this a lot, though. And people say, like, yo, niggas is engaged with whatever the conversation is. That's what I rock with. When that shit start to change, I just change with it. It's like I don't pick and choose topics. I just go whatever the fuck we talking about. But I'm saying this, anytime some real shit going on in the world, that's the first thing people want to do. You notice that? They want to get back to sports. They want to get back to sports. They want to get back to clubs. They want to get back to the shit that make them comfortable. You know what I mean? When shit hit the... Look, motherfuckers better realize, you might not have no motherfucking boxing in a while. You might be boxing with the niggas in your neighborhood. And shit's so deep, even the teachers union and the bullshit. That's why they hate on everyone who bring up charter schools. Facts, man. Facts. That's why they try to do that one brother like that who was talking about the Pan-Africanist dude when he was talking about creating that school. That's why they try to drag him through the mud and say he was fraudulent and everything else, man. Because they didn't want they don't want nobody thinking that that outside of the basic bullshit curriculum they give your kids every day, where they program your kids and you send your kids off to learn. But see, that's the weird part, right? They tell your kids don't talk to strangers, but you send your kids off to school from the time they 5 years old to go learn from strangers and people that you don't know their habits, their tendencies, and none of that shit. So how does that work? Facts. I think Mark Twain said that shit or some shit like that. It's easier to fool a man than to convince him he's been fooled. This nigga said my compound would be impregnable. The doctors they smeared for the hydrochloroquine. Yup, facts. Talks about the teachers union they store in the states not going back to work unless they got paid. This was their plan since COVID first hit. Facts. And then fucking, Dr. Fauci's talking about, oh, there's no double-blind placebo study. Now I'm like, okay, are your vaccines, are you doing double-blind placebo study? Niggas putting all these ventilators on people and shit like that. You killing them because you misdiagnosing people. We all need to cop that Pink Dolphin merch shirt. That's dope. Thanks, yeah, man. I love Pink Dolphin, man. Yeah, Pink Dolphin, my shit. I fuck with Pink Dolphin. One of the main reasons I fuck with Pink Dolphin is it's the one clothing brand you can go buy it and that shit's not going to be out there on the racks or whatever for long, because they intentionally put out a little bit of their merchandise just so it's limited. And then they move on to the next thing and they keep moving on to the next thing. So it's one of them things, if you got to grab it or have a Pink Dolphin kind of plug or somebody that's got they run a boutique or something, so you can grab the shit if it go off the show. Jedi, salute. I don't get down with all that shit. They didn't cure polio. They renamed it spinal meningitis. Look it up. Facts. Then you know what I'm saying? Look, man. Niggas got it look, man. They got us we got to, look. They've been using us, man. They've been using us, paralyzing us, killing us, giving our kids autism, giving our kids autism on all types of fucked up shit based on, the stuff that they've been putting in our system, putting in our kids' food and all of that shit for the longest fucking time. Like, yo, I'm so anti-vax when it come to me, when it come to my kids and everything like that, bro. I don't never get sick. For real. If I do get sick, I might get like a light cold or something like that. But I'm a fairly healthy dude. And I've never been the type of person who feel like I should run to the hospital for every and anything. You're going to have to catch me with a bullet in my motherfucking side, laid over, broken bone, torn ACL before I go to the fucking hospital. If it's absolutely avoidable, I go because I got my own reasons. And that's not to say anything about, this is just about these general hospitals, the ones that you go into that don't give a fuck about you, that want to push you out. I got my own reasons. It seems like every time I got a family member or a friend got a family member that go in there, they always come out in the worst situation, or they don't come out and they get rolled to the fucking morgue. You know what I mean? When they roll up in them shits. And now it's to the point to where, look, this is how they finesse you. Remember how a hospital, it was on a hospital, if you fucked up, they got to fix you. No matter what. Don't matter what your insurance is or nothing. They got to fix you. Now this is what they do. They roll you up in that joint. They give you a few antibiotics or whatever if you fucked up and tell you go see your personal care doctor. I don't care if you got a broken jaw. I don't care if your leg warped. I don't care if some shit going on with you. You best believe they're going to tell you, you got a primary care doctor. You need to go see him. Unless you got blood squirting from your neck to the goddamn ceiling, they not even messing with you. Facts. Exotic weed, whole lot of exotic weed. Exotic clothes. Man, I bought a whole bunch of fucking shirts and shit the other day. A whole bunch of new shit. Like just graphics tees and shit like that. I be trying to find like motherfucking shirts and shit like that that's like obnoxious to motherfucking people when you pass it in public and shit. Like I ordered this fucking Richard Pryor shirt. That joint just say, fuck you, motherfucker. Like when I be walking past that shit. I be walking past people and shit like that. The expressions on their faces, the reason why I wear that shirt. Yeah, man. I tell people all day, man. Steer clear them motherfuckers, man, and they be trying to get you to go rush to go see these motherfuckers for everything. If you healthy and you know you healthy and you ain't out here wild sticking and moving with a bunch of wild bitches with no condom on, man, you should be all right. Yo, two hands, go check out that Spence Fan song I dropped. Nigga, you made a song? How about, man, look, man. I'm thinking about throwing this shit on StreamYard, man, and you can play that shit for the people. This nigga Richard Pryor smoked so much motherfucking freebase, this nigga set his whole hair on fire, start running down the goddamn street. Where they do that at? This nigga smoked so much freebase. He set his hair on fire, started running down the street, almost killed himself freebasing, bro. The passport is for control. Some Nazi Germany type shit going on. If you don't get the jab, then you can't participate in society. Fuck out of here with that. That's what I told y'all. That's why I said y'all might not see two hands at the fight, yo. I'm sorry. Y'all might not see two hands at the fights. We might not be getting these interviews or whatever. I'll be in the parking lot though. Look, I ain't worried about catching. Look, I grab the Madden bus and we'll travel arena to arena and shit. And then everybody, you know what I'm saying, I've rocked with them cities, man, we could turn up. Like, but I'm like this though. I'm not getting no jab so I could fly, go out of the country, be able to sit in some arena or something like that, because I'm telling you, that's what I feel is coming. They're going to make this shit so uncomfortable for you to where they want you feeling like you under so many restraints that you go and take the joint. Like I heard one girl say, look, I don't give a fuck. Just give me the vaccine. I don't give a fuck what's in it so I can get back to living my young life. Fucking dudes. So I can, there's so many songs that I didn't get to go to the club and party to. There's so many boys that I didn't get to kiss. There's so many, man, bitch, shut the fuck up. If you want to be one of them individuals that go ahead and do that, you be my guest. You go right ahead. But I ain't doing it. Look. This nigga. Nah, ain't no running around with no condom boy and the beard. All right, if you sticking and moving with the randoms and you ain't got no Jimmy hat, that be the one thing that'll take you up out of here, man. It's them things that go bump in the night, man. The smoking hubbards and shooting cars up on life, man. Yo, man, I just bought Grand Theft Auto 5 again for the other day, dog. I'm ready to do some heists and shit. They got a whole bunch of downloadable content. I'm about to sit in this joint. I'm about to rob niggas all day, son. I don't blame you at all, bro. I wouldn't do that shit either. I don't play that game. Look, man. Look, yo, the ones, look, every person that try to circum to what the government wants you to do, how many of them niggas is fucked up? How many of them fucked up got an aqua kind of Michael Jackson, like a Michael Jackson Thriller twitch. You know what I mean? Like had some little weird shaky shit going on. My mom was the type of person where it was like, you know what I'm saying? My son was 10 pounds. My son was 10 pounds, you know what I'm saying? 8 ounces, whatever. He don't need shit. He's a healthy boy. We gonna grow him up and we gonna keep him like that. But I ain't pumping no shit into my boy. Nor should y'all. I'm gonna try to get this sun up out y'all face. God damn. Facts. Hey, D, we super good without it. I feel like Superman without it. Shit. Hey, Jedi. Man, look. GTA is my whole life. And I've read, man, look. And they upgraded the soundtrack. My God. They just keep putting out DLC for this game. Look, I will play GTA up until the new GTA come out, because it just seemed like it's just an ever-growing environment, man, where I could just rob people and fuck hoes. Like, I jumped in, I cut on the game last night just so I could jump in there, just go out and go in there, fuck a prostitute, pay her $100, get her out the car, run her over and take my money back and go home so I could hit that pussy for free. People should have known what was up when the government made it to where people can't sue if they're side effects. Facts. And I believe that, you know, that joint wouldn't go through. They said that shit was supposed to be under trial till like 2023 or something like that. And then you heard about what Moderna doing, AstraZeneca, them shits. I think they took AstraZeneca. They completely took the AstraZeneca vaccine off, because that shit killing people. The greatest franchise of all time, and is a real soundtrack and parody to real life. Like, for real, yo. Like, honestly, I'm probably learning a lot of shit about what's going on in the world right now just playing Grand Theft Auto. Right hand to God. Yeah, man, fucking shit. We done had yeah, man, it's pretty nice in here. This the front yard. This the front yard. So this all like flooded out and shit right now. But this the front. Then it go around back to the back side, and then the four-wheeler trail start right there. It's alright. That's why this what Southern Maryland living look like, y'all. If y'all ever wanted to know. All the four-wheeling, all the hunting, all the drag strip right up the street. I think we got the only drag strip in Maryland. It's like 30. The only professional drag strip in Maryland is like 20 or 30, like 20 minutes away from my house in my This nigga Fish said you guys need to stick to boxing and do some basic scientific research for real. Well, look, Fish, you go ahead and stay plugged in, and you go ahead and believe everything that these motherfuckers is telling you. You probably be the nigga, well, I run into you in real life, you probably had 4 masks on your face, wouldn't you? It's like, but nah, man, if you want to hear boxing, bro, I'm not the only boxing channel right now, dog. I clearly came on here today and said, Joe, I'm just talking to the people for real. I said this wasn't Reaper Gang Radio today. I just said, man, I'm only coming in and just do face to face, actually just connect with the people. So whatever motherfuckers is talking about, I'm talking about. Whatever y'all talking about, I'm talking about. So Fish, if you don't like it, carry your ass to another boxing channel and come back when we talking some boxing shit. We talking GTA, we talking real life shit, we talking boxing shit. We talking all types of shit. We talking weed shit. We talking shit. Take the jab, obey, answer no questions, do what everybody told you, believe whatever you're told, just watch sports, eat hot dogs, drink beer, and shut up. Facts. All of the above. All of the above. That's pretty much what it is if you don't pay attention to it too. This nigga Fish said fair play. You right, it is a fair play. You got the freedom. You got the freedom to do whatever you want to do. Ain't nobody asking you to, you know what I'm saying, sit here and take, you know, some unnecessary verbal punishment your ears don't want to take, you know. I'm sorry, you know. You got your PhD right now. You are a doctor right now. You got your PhD, you player hating dickhead. It's like I'm just fucking with you, Fizz. You know you my dog. Fuck is wrong with the Spence fans? What the Spence fans do, Jedi? Look, man, look, I'm just waiting for a topic, man. I'm just waiting for a topic, and I'll fire stream y'all boys want to jump on there. Yeah. Fucking player hating dickheads. He said, I can take it. I know you can, bro. You a good sportsman, Fizz. You my guy, man. Like, look, like this the thing that like I don't understand, right? Because like like we gotta stop acting like you know people that got channels or whatever. Like it's all gonna be geared to one particular topic, or it's necessary gonna be like, yo, you gotta talk about this. Like, yo, don't y'all motherfuckers wanna know that the person y'all dealing with is a real person? He engaging with you and shit like that? Like, I'd rather a motherfucker who just talk, do his shit and jump off. I don't understand them. I don't really like them types. Experts say virus was natural, not one case, but denied came from a lab. Oh, so I guess I guess Bill and Melinda, you know what I'm saying, dumping them billions over on, you know what I'm saying, coronavirus research, you know, for the past decade, that shit was for nothing, huh? I guess everybody warning us, you know, that an ongoing pandemic was coming soon, you know what I'm saying? That just was no reason, huh? I guess so. The World Economic Forum is putting on, you know, a pandemic, a world pandemic exercise, like not even a year before the shit pops off. That shit's for no reason, huh? Goddamn Kung Flu. Like, yo, they try to use the virus. They try to use the virus to shut us down. That shit didn't work. So what do they try to use next? They try to use the racism. They try to use the racial divide. They try to play the race card. They try to turn whites against blacks, blacks against whites, Hispanics against whites, blacks, all of that shit. Try to tell niggas don't fall in the trick bag, bro. Don't fall in the trick bag. That's why niggas should wear the bands too. Because I'm realizing they having people wearing them joints, and at the same time, shit, they having people wearing them joints, but at the same time, I feel like that joint ain't gonna do nothing but make you more sick. The good old race card, bro. Tell me, they like, look, it went from coronavirus, it went from coronavirus to the world is more racist than it's ever been. Everybody racist now. You racist, he racist, she racist, they racist. I ain't stupid. I ain't stupid. I feel like when I think that was Obama. Racism's out of control. It's disgusting. And the crazy thing is, the racism is only out of control in the media, man. It started in the media, then it trickled down to us, man. Look, man, I'm telling you, all of this shit just didn't happen by coincidence, man. Facts. The mask make you more sick, keeps your immune system working properly, programs you to obey, and remove connections from others. Charles Barkley killed it on the racist shit on TV. Yo, Charles Barkley said one of the dopest shits I ever heard, yo. This fool Charles Barkley said, he said, man, look, black folks been voting Democrat for 50 years and they still broke. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and fire up this stream real quick. I see y'all over there.